Hello guys, welcome back to your English class. Today I want to explain you how could you answer the exercises from your book from Unit 6 that it's called Predicting the Future. Object expressing possibility and probability. The first exercises, label the following pictures. On this part we have different pictures about kinds of weather and you should try to match the weather to the correct name. For example, we have rainy, snowy, cloudy, thunderstorm, sunny, windy, drizzle. The idea is you have to write the letter on the line. Is it A, maybe 6, F, 2, G, 4, etc. etc. Okay, now in exercise 6.2 says, read the text and see in what kind of publication this article may be. Now, we have the article that is called the weather forecast. We're going to read it, and when we finish to read it, we have to answer exercise 6.3 that it says read the text again and mark the statements if it's true or false. We have 5 statements and we have to try to write or mark is it true or false each statement. Okay, now I'm going to read it. We have the weather forecast. Can you really predict the future? Can activity network inform accurately the conditions of weather for a city or area? These questions can be answered yes. In both cases, viewers or listeners may be informed with exact data when they watch or listen to the weather forecast, but don't think it is a result of technology applied to weather or satellite exclusive used to monitor the weather of a city or country. Most of the information comes from history. In the beginning of the 20th century, many countries started a program to register the conditions of weather day by day. A special department of secretary kept all information and started to notice that the same weather conditions were repeated over and over on the same dates. And this is very logical, since seasons and conditions are cyclical and are present with variations over the same period of time. This basically is a reason to be a weather forecast. You may ask now why they always say it might rain in the afternoon or may have drizzle this morning. This is a result of change in variables of weather and they have difficult to foresee. For example, the wettest place in Mexico, Teapa, Tabasco, it rains 360 days a year. If you want another example, in Atacama Desert in Chile, the driest place on earth, it will be sunny and hot for the most of the days of the year, but there are few days when you may have clouds and there were few others, probably 1 or 2, when it might rain. Some days may be unpredictable in certain conditions because through history those days have not had a steady weather behavior. If statistics show that 50% of the year it has been raining and other 50% it has been cloudy without rain, then the forecast will say take your umbrella because it may rain. Okay, now we have the information on this part and you have to mark true or false, and that's all. Now in this unit we're going to check this is the most important part. We have 3 modal verbs. We have will, may, might. Will is a modal verb auxiliary used to indicate a prediction when the result is sure to happen. For example, it will rain 100% probable. When you think that is going to happen, will. May is a modal auxiliary used to express that we are not certain of occurrence of an event. For example, we may have snow 50% or less probable. Maybe if you are 50-50, you're not sure, but you feel that it's 50 is going to happen, you can say may. And might is a modal auxiliary used to express 50 or less certainty of event to happen. For example, it might drizzle tonight, 50% or less probable. That you are not sure, maybe it's less than 10 or 20% sure that something is going to happen, you can say might. Okay, now We're going to check the next exercise that it says, put the words in correct order to make sentences. We have an example, may today rain it. Now, the idea is you have to obviously check what is the first word, and most of these sentences have a capital letter word. For example, it, it's in capital letter, so you have to start with it. Next, your modal verb, may, your verb rain, and the complement, it may rain today. Now, the others is the same. We have, for example, will forecast accurate conditions with weather. We will forecast accurately the weather conditions. Now, we have we in the subject, will the modal verb, forecast is your verb, accurately is an adverb that describes the verb forecast, and the complement, the weather conditions. Number 2, may tonight some snow come. Some snow may come tonight. We have some because some is in capital letter. Some snow may, your modal verb, come tonight. Some snow may come tonight. Now, the next part. Afternoon, heavy rain, all fall and will. What is the capital letter? A rain will fall heavily all afternoon. A rain will fall heavily all afternoon. You have a rain is your subject, will the modal verb, fall the verb, heavily is the adverb that describes the verb fall, and all afternoon. The next one. Cold, windy afternoon because take be might this year it. Take your coat because it might windy this afternoon. And on this part I made a mistake. It's because it's on this part, it's not like this. So here we go. Take your coat because take it in capital letter. Take your coat because it might be windy this afternoon. It, your subject, might, the modal verb, be your verb in simple form, windy, the climate, and the in this afternoon, your complement. Now in number 5, the cold weekend will front on a developed. A front cold will develop on the weekend. Okay, we have a because it's a capital letter. A front cold will, modal verb, develop your verb, on weekend your complement. And the last part, 0 drove to might degrees temperatures close. Temperatures might, modal verb, dropped the verb to close 0 degrees. Okay, now this is exercise kind of complicated. I'm not sure how to say it, but you need to pay a lot of attention on this part. Okay, you have to remember this: will 50%, sure, may 50%, sure, or might 10 or 20%, more or less. Okay, now in the next part we have predicting the future. We have exercise 6.1, read text and give a title. We have a text on this part and we have to write on the line a title according with information, and on exercise 6.2 we have to complete the sentences. We have 8 ideas according with information. Okay, so I'm gonna read the information. Here we have: the weather forecasting is application of science and technology to predict the state of the atmosphere for a future time in a specific place. Humans have tried to predict the weather informally for thousands of years, and formally since the 19th century. Experts collect information about the atmosphere and use scientific processes to project how the atmosphere will evolve. Forecast models are made based on these conditions. A meteorologist will consider barometric pressure, weather conditions, and sky condition, and when the conditions change, meteorologists may determine the future conditions. These experts will also consider errors in information. For example, errors in scientific processes, incomplete information, incomplete understanding an atmospheric phenomenon, and human mistakes. Of course, the time, the money, and the effort spent on his study have a regard. There are many users to weather forecasts. Weather warnings may protect life and property. A farmer may find these warnings effective in case of a tornado or hurricane. Organizers of outdoor activities may see the weather forecast before they plan their activities. Airports may change the schedule of their flights according to the forecast. Travel agencies may be able to inform tourists where the conditions are favorable for a nice weekend, and the predictions of the weather is scientific study, but it may help ordinary people. Okay, now we have complete to read this part, and you have to first write a title according with information, and you have to complete these sentences according with information on the text, and that's all. I hope that you are okay. Don't forget to take your photos, write your name from your notebooks, please, and you can download this PDF from your book and the worksheet to practice the topic. And that's all, guys. See you soon. Bye bye.